Hey, I'm Chris.
And I'm Ava.
And we are the casting directors.
Woohoo! Yeah, baby.
Ava! Day 7 of the CFN Fish Off, and the casting directors are separated yet again. Right now, Ava is doing her last day for school for the summer, and I am just vamping up into wedding season. So whereas I've been able to do quite a bit of fishing this week, next week I won't be able to do hardly any fishing. So we make a really good team because we play off each other really well. Today I'm on my way up to Georgian Bay, and I'm going to try for some smallmouth bass and see what other trouble I can get into up there. There's lots of species that are in the bay itself. I won't venture too far out from shore in the kayak, but I'm really excited to see what kind of trouble I can get into. Beautiful day in Collingwood. I am out in the harbor right now, right by the old mill on the harbor where they used to build the boats and do the side launches. I remember seeing those a couple times since I was a kid. They were amazing. Big, huge splashes. And I've seen a couple of fish splashing around out here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out, I'm going to anchor, and then I'm going to grab my fish finder and have a look and see if I can see what is actually going on out here. It's a beautiful day. A little bit of fog on the water. It's just starting to burn off. So it's going to be a hot weekend, and the sun is just starting to poke through, so it's just perfect. Beautiful and calm here in the harbor. One of the favorite things I like to use for bass, especially if they're feeding off the bottom, is I like to use something called a worm blower. So worm blower is basically an empty bottle that has a syringe on the top. So you thread your worm onto the hook with the hook exposed, and then on the tail that you leave quite long, you insert that syringe, squeeze the bottle, and inflate the worm. Now you can also do that with the head of the worm too. And by doing this worm is now going to float off the bottom of the water. So we're going to cast that in. Oh, and I'm going to make sure I have, now I am going to use a bobber for this, only for a strike indicator right now, because I'm just not too sure what species we're talking about in here. And so if it's smaller bait fish, perch, panfish, that sort of thing, sometimes the bite is a little bit harder to tell when you're using the worm blower. So I'm just going to have it fairly long. I know sort of the depth that's in here from using my sonar. And then I'm going to extend that down. Now normally I would use a slip float on this, but since I've already tied my hook on, I've just got a bobber that snaps on with. I'm going to cast that out, and then we'll see what happens. There are those times when you're out in the water and it doesn't really even matter if you catch anything. I know that's kind of ironic to say, considering we are doing the CFN Fish Off right now. But my view is incredible right now, so let's just turn this around and show you who's trying to court me. I've got this beautiful guy here who's just been swimming around and showing off. He's absolutely gorgeous. The view is stunning. I mean, where can you go and just sit in your kayak in a beautiful body of water and watch? He's gorgeous. Oh, and then wait. You know what? He's not courting me. I think this guy might be courting me. Oh, you can see him. I'm not too sure. He's a little bit smaller, but there seems to be some territory things going on here, and I just happen to be in the middle of it. What a gorgeous day, though. It can't get any better than this.
Hey, this is Chris from the Casting Directors, and I'm out on Collingwood Harbour with some good friends. I've got Catherine. Hey there. And I've got Bernice over here. Where's Bernice going? There she is. From the Ontario Women Anglers. And Catherine is teaching me the proper way to do some carping. So the fish that we've caught so far, all courtesy of the advice I've gotten from Catherine. Awesome advice. And today we're actually using proper gear. So Catherine, can you tell me a little bit of what you got set up here?
Okay, right now what I've got set up is your basic rod pod. And these actually, they're big enough that you can actually sit 4 poles on them. But we're not going to break any MNR regulations, and it's 1 pole in the water at a time. So what it does is it set up the pole, so the pole is set more on a horizontal in the platform. You don't want them sticking straight up. And what you're doing at the very front of the pod is an alarm system. So as you'll hear the beep beep, what ends up happening is that when you get a hit, you're going to hear the beep. So the line goes in, usually 40-50 pound braid that you're using with a braided jig with the same weight. Usually I use corn for different types of corn and bait balls and things as such to bait it. I also baited the area before we came in. As soon as you get here, when you're doing carping, bait the area, and then that way it'll bring the fish in. And we just see they're jumping here. And so what we want to do is I'm having to come in close to the wall, and then that way we can just go straight down with that as well. So as I said, I'm going to be setting 2 poles up, and as I said, make sure that there's a pole in for 2 people. So it just, if there's 2 people with poles in the water here, then you can have 1 person, since there's 3 of us here, that can go for bass or pike or whatever that's here. So it's a waiting game. It's just waiting for them to come to us rather than us having to go to them. Okay?
Well, you can tell that I'm obviously not the one setting up for carp. So I'm on pike patrol today, and we're in Collingwood Harbour, which is an incredible place. We're right by the grain silos.
No, and I bought a pole for you, Chris, so you can pull in a carp too here.
There's going to be no excuse. So it's a beautiful day, sun is shining, we've got the sunscreen on. The fire department has just been here to cool us off. No, actually, they've just been here to wash off the deck. Isn't that awesome? I wish they would come to my house and clean off my deck that way. That'd be pretty sweet. Anyways, let's see what we can catch. All right, make sure I'm not in your back cast. Freaking amazing. That's a long cast.
So that should be far enough, right?
Let's give it a whirl. So we're pulling our lines in so that Bernice can have a full fight on that one. We're going to grab the net. All right. I'll edit that part in. So we got a fish coming in. Bernice has got one on. There we go. Oh, and he's got a lamprey mark on him.
Does he?
Yep. I think it's a lamprey mark on him. No, it's strange. Get him to the cradle.
Okay.
All right. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, it looks like he's lost one of his.
He's lost a scale. He's got one growing back, it looks like. That's so cool. Beauty.
Yes, I hate him getting caught on that fin.
Oh.
That's what you don't want to have happen.
Get it caught on there.
Yeah.
So, there's a hook through. He's right here.
Good size. Yeah, let him
He's a
go.
good size.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
He's a little pinkish, eh?
He is a little pinkish.
Color. Look at the difference in the color.
Wow, that is a monster net.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Okay.
Okay?
Open the bail arm there.
Yep. There you go.
That is a big one. Look at the color on it too.
Yeah, he's a different color.
He's really different. He's very pinky, eh?
Here, let's take this out and
It's
I'll
gonna
get
be-
the net out of the way. Oh, he's double. You don't want to hurt him. You've got the your little thing in here?
Yep, I do.
Mine isn't attached to my belt. You got him?
Yep,
There we go.
there we go. Well, it was a fantastic day. We each ended up with a carp, which was great, so we didn't get skunked. Thank you so much to Catherine and Bernice. Thank you both for bringing me out today and teaching me a little bit more about carping. I cannot get over how much gear there is.
Yes,
It's a lot of gear. I thought I had a lot of gear now. I don't tell my husband how much gear there is in carping. It could be really bad. So I'm going to hijack Catherine's van. She's not even going to know that I've got all her gear in the back of mine. Head home for a barbecue with my family, and I just want to thank everybody for watching again, and thank you for following the CFN Fish Off. This is part 1 of the casting directors, and my guests Catherine and Bernice signing off from Thornbury.